welcome everybody to Shitty Cowboys. This week, who wants to do a quick little recap of what happened last week? Gerundo, I know you listened to the last episode, so...
I did.
Maybe...
Well, all right. Well, me and Sean, after we squared up to the Quick Clank McCrank, we defeated him in honest and honorable combat involving many firearms. After that, a ghost of some description came out of his acrid, smoke-ridden body. And we asked who we was going to call, and Ma Rusky decided she was going to call us. So she sent us off on the flesh train, which was an abomination and an affront to all decent, God's-fearing folks out there on the prairie. It derailed, I believe, because of a boulette that ate up the ground in front of it. So it was running wild across the plains like. And we, being sensible folks, deployed the MS Paint, which is a color-changing stagecoach pulled by two mechanical horses. So we jumped off that and did some real slick-like stunt work.
One of you, I think, did some slick.
Nope, both of us did. It was absolutely flawless. I remember it with perfect clarity.
Wait, are you guys recording?
Oh, no.
No, I ain't. That's a good point.
Good
well
point. Let's go ahead.
Sean.
Everyone, both of you guys just go ahead and click.
I did already. I was just making sure you guys did.
Yep. Cool. We're now recording. We're professionals.
Never mind. So, about halfway through the recap. So, what happened was after that? After I definitely didn't eat shit and roll out in the prairie and get a mouthful of dust, we got aboard the MS Paint and tried to set towards the Trough, which is the place where the pig fellers live. We were going to bribe a feller called Slim Bill with emeralds to get information about this ghostly cowboy feller. En route to that, we was assaulted by the boulette that had a Gatling gun in its mouth. Fortunately, because of the provisions provided by the train, we threw some pretzels and some mysterious train beef at that there boulette, and he stopped chasing us.
I
So
think
he's
it was...
en route now to the Trough, right?
Right, yes. I think it was Sean Marson that said canonically it was 60 pounds of beef jerky you guys threw through the boulette.
That's right.
And yeah, I had the map pulled up earlier to look at kind of where the locomotive goes around the whole West Hollow area. And you all would have derailed right in front of the Dead Man's Mountain right there. So it would be northwest you all would be going to continue your journey to the Trough. Because, as you may remember, that derailed train slammed pretty hard into a cliffside. So that mystery flesh train is no more.
Oh, yeah. I believe, Sean, you saw a feller with, like, 4 arms, some kind of devil guy. And he, like, gave up a whistle or something to make the train derail in the first place. I don't know. We just fucked them all off. We got out of there as soon as the train derailed.
I forgot about that because of all the other stuff.
Yeah, to be fair, that devil, after the train derailed, the devil and his posse just rode off. So it's not like you guys intentionally bailed on them. They kind of bailed on the situation.
I didn't want no more part in that anyway. It was completely unnatural.
Well, it's over now, forever, permanently. And that thing was so happy. That train was just living its best life, unlife. But anyway, here we are now. We are back on the road, calm, peace and calm now. The MS Paint is just bullet riddled from that Gatling gun bullet. But other than that, all in all, You guys want to name these 2 clockwork horses, by the way? The clockwork horses can also collapse and unfold when you do the MS Paint. Just so everybody's picturing it right.
Yeah, that's right. We got them in some kind of collapsible, like, jewelry box or something, right?
Right, yes.
Good suggestion of tick and talk. I think that works.
Tick and Talk's a pretty good one. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. We'll have Tick is the left one and Talk is the right one.
All right.
So yeah, you are now just traveling along the coal. It's kind of out there. There's no path or anything. But we can say that Bellis Rustigear gave you all a map of this area so that you guys are kind of able to determine where you are now and how to get to the trough from here.
Cool. All right.
So this is usually when we have the, little bit of wisdom sprinkled in from Jambalaya to Sean Marston if we got anything ready.
Well, I was unprepared because I was told we was going to be starting about an hour late. That didn't happen now, did it?
I didn't know I said an hour late.
You was like, oh, well, we're going to start a bit later. Anyhow. Sean, you ever spend some time down and dirty with a cougar?
I don't think so, boy.
Well, I tell you what, you get up and close to one of them, they're real affectionate like. They'll curl up on you like a real big old pussycat. Real nice. You just gotta be careful sometimes, because you get one in a bad mood, he'll straight up tear out your jugular. But you touch him real nice, right behind the ear, like, just real gentle. You go, here's a good kitty. And he'll just melt like butter. But you gotta get close enough.
Here's a good kitty.
I tell you, yeah, exactly like that. But I tell you what, you don't get close enough. You got to get yourself close enough to do that. That's the difficult part. You got to try sneaking. Sometimes you got to sneak up on a cougar. But they's crafty. Or you can try and trap one. You got to like dig a hole about 8 feet deep, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. It'll take you a good long while. But you get out there and you dig that hard-packed earth down about 8 feet deep, down the bottom of the canyon.
Mm-hmm.
You drag in there a carcass of some kind. Something that smells real good. Well, smell real good to a cougar, smell real bad to a person, you know what I mean? Anyhow, you drag one of them in there, like maybe like half an armadillo or something like that. You just wait. The cougar will go in there, and he will like fall asleep because it's all nice and cozy like. And then you jump in. But again, you got to be careful how you land, because you land in front of him, he go right off your face. You land on his back, get him behind the ear, and go, there's a good kitty. You got yourself a friend for life.
How do you get out of the hole then?
Well, once you make friends with the cat, who's talking?
God.
All right, Sky
Cowboy
Cowboy.
Jesus. Sky Cowboy.
Yeah, Screaming Sky Cowboy's back. Well, once you make friends with the cougar, he'll give you a boost. Cougar can jump 8 feet, no problem. But
Cougar
he
base.
likes it. The thing is, he likes it in the hole, so he stays in there.
I was going to ask, why even dig the hole if he could just jump out of it?
It's so you get a height advantage. I mean, you could climb a tree. That's the other option. But if there ain't no trees, you got to dig a hole, put a dead thing in it.
Up ahead, you all see these wooden palisades. Is that how you say that word? How do you say that word? Palisades?
Palisades.
Palisades. You see this pretty big group of wooden palisades surrounding this area that has a... it's got 2 gates on it, you can see from this distance. The northern gate seems to be shut at this moment. The southern gate is currently open. But you would think that this is the Trough, the town.
All right. Just mosey on in there, I suppose.
Approaching closer to the Trough, you notice that there are actually 4 guards, 2 on either side of the gate. And you see a wagon in front of you all heading in. And as the wagon stops, they're talking to two of the guards at the front, and the other two guards look, and they are looking in the back of the wagon. And after a few moments, they wave the wagon in, and they enter into the town.
Come on then, TikTok.
Approaching the town, you can now see, when I mentioned guard, I may have forgotten to mention that these are, in fact, grunters. This is that half hog, half humanoid new race that Bellis mentioned, that just kind of, once everything started in this area becoming more like Western-esque, cowboy-esque, this whole new race kind of sprouted up. And this town, that's probably why they're just like wooden palisades around this town, because it's probably not a super old town. One of the guards is gonna come up to you all and start to question you two, while the other two try to figure out how to even look into the MS Paint and try to look into the window. By the way, what color are you guys rocking right now in the MS Paint? Because you guys got a little dial that you can...
I think we'd just be flicking through all the colours just to show off as we're like pulling up.
Hey, fellers. Seen this? Bet you ain't never seen a stage so fancy.
What's a pig talk like?
Yeah, have fun with that.
That's probably a lot of pig-esque voices.
How many different pig voices can Adam do tonight?
Let's see. We'll keep a tally going. It's the one that's kind of drawing your all's attention. Says, "State your purpose."
Morning. We've whatever time of day it is, I forget. All kinds of blend into one. It's almost like it's been like 8 weeks. Anyhow, so we've come to see Slim Bill.
Slim Bill's under house arrest at the moment.
On account of why?
Change of management in the town.
Well,
Good.
yeah, that's not a bad bid for us.
Thank you, I was born with it.
I wonder how many more you got in that tank there, boy. Anyhow, so
There's probably gonna be a lot of repeats tonight.
well, any chance that we could speak with him? Anyway, we heard he got some information about these parts.
You ain't supposed to be getting any visitors. You could talk to Dirk. Dirk is the new head of town. His house is right over there, attached to the gate right here. It's kind of inconvenient.
Well, I suppose you got easy access to the gate. Living there.
That's true. He likes to keep an eye on the gate. From time to time, he come on down here and chat with us.
Well, if that's all right with you fellers, I suppose we best go talk to Dirk.
Duroc. Like Turok, but with a D.
Oh, Duroc. My mistake, sorry.
I think I might have said it wrong the first time, to be honest.
Well, did you fellers want to see anything inside the wagon? It's empty except for maybe a few shells from that boulette thing we fought.
Yeah, if you could
ran away
open the
from.
door.
Yeah, sure.
And Jambalaya just hops off and throws open the door on the side.
The two smaller pigs will go in and kind of... There's not a lot in there, right? I think we mentioned that it's got like two facing...
bench seats.
Like bench seats, but other than that, there's not much in there, so they only take a couple seconds and come back out.
Alright, welcome to the Trough. You can go talk to Duroc right there, or enjoy you some, you can head to the Root and Tuber, get you a good fine meal.
That's most accommodating. Thank you, fellers.
You could head to the mud road, take a dip in the mud.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe is that one of the attractions of this here burg?
Let's see, your town's really got two things. They got the root and tuber and the mud road.
All right. Well, I suppose we'll find somewhere to park up the MS Paint here and go talk to Dirk and then maybe take advantage of some of the amenities you got in this here town.
All right, welcome to the Trough.
Dang, Sean, you know what I've been saying about animals wearing pants and stuff? I don't know where these hogs learn city folk ways, but I don't like it. Don't like it one bit.
It's pretty strange, isn't it?
You know, you can, maybe not from these here hogs, but from real life hogs, you can harvest the bacon and it grows back.
What?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You just gotta get a real sharp knife, right? And you get in there. You cut out the bacon, you stitch them back up again, good as new in 3 weeks. That's right. You just gotta be careful. You gotta not take more than nature provides. If you take too much bacon, pig will die. If you take just the right amount, it'll grow back twice as flavorful. Kept my pig alive for 30 years.
That was some good bacon, I bet.
It was the tastiest bacon you ever had. If it wasn't carried off by that giant eagle, still have him to this day. Yo, TikTok!
I did Google pigs do live 15 to 20 years, so that was a pretty elderly pig that got carried off by that eagle.
I don't know what a Google is, but I can tell you it's talking shit.
So are we going to Durok's house first?
Yeah.
It is like I said attached to the gate. It's not attached to like a swinging gate. That would be terrible. It's like built off of the wall in by the south gate.
A gatehouse.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, such an alien concept. Okay, we shall approach the gatehouse.
Okay, there's a little place to tie up the MS Paint.
Cool.
I assume
suppose
you're
we could
hopping
just-
off.
I guess we could always just put it back in the box, but
Oh yeah, that's true. I always forget all of the MS Paint's capabilities, to be honest.
well, put it back in the box then, I suppose. Put it back in. Sean, just put that thing in your pocket for a minute. We go talk to Durok.
All right, boy.
After you knock on Durok's door, it takes very little time, suspiciously little time, before the door swings open. Hey y'all, how can I help you?
That's a different voice, all right. Hello, sir. My name's Jambalaya Pendergrass, and this here is my friend and associate, Sean Marston. That's right. Showing respect to you, sir. Morning. Anyhow, we was sent over by Bellis Rusk here. She's wanting some information. She set us up to contact a fella called Slim Bill. Now, I've been told that you's the fella to be speaking to who's in charge around these parts.
Well, that's right. I'm taking a part of the town master responsibilities of this year the Trough. I have staged a coup d'etat, as you may
A coup
say.
d'etat. I
A
heard
coup
of them before.
d'etat.
That's right.
So I am now the leader of the town, the leader of the Trough. Yeah, that's right. I am one and only.
Well, I could tell that right away by your magisterial bearing, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you think of the chances we could talk to Slim Bill about this some ghost cowboy business we've heard so
Slim
much
Bill
about?
ain't getting any visitors in or out. He ain't. We are starving him of information because when he gets information, it is a dangerous thing. Information. He uses it and he runs wild. He thinks he can use it as currency, money, so to speak. But that just ain't how the Trough works no more.
What do you suggest? Do you know anything about ghost cowboys, or anybody who could tell us about ghost cowboys?
Oh yeah, Durok here can tell you all about ghost cowboys.
All right.
They
Well,
ain't
let's hear it.
real.
They ain't real. Well, I done seen one earlier today.
I ain't seen one though.
Well, you ain't been hanging around by Quick Clank McCrank's expired mechanical body.
No, but
Have
if I ain't seen something before, it ain't exist.
Well, that's a real sorry state of affairs, sir, because I can tell you, I've seen many of things that you probably wouldn't believe, which would be a dang shame, I tell you, because you calling me a liar, and we're gonna have a problem.
I just saying, I ain't never seen no goat cowboy.
Well, I done seen one earlier today, didn't we, Sean? We saw him. Sean.
Yeah, man.
That's right. Exactly. Wibbity wobbity woo. Oh, sorry, it's getting awful hot in here.
I mean, I don't know if I can help you all very much with that. I just can tell you I ain't know nothing about ghost cowboys because I don't believe they exist. And
Well-
Slim Bill, he's locked on down. You can't be talking to him. I got him under guard 24/7.
Let me put it to you this way: what possible harm could he do when he's locked up?
I'm telling you,
You got-
look, listen, he talks to you two, and then you two exchange some information, and then you two go spread that information around.
Well, how about you come with us, and then you can see that there's no skullduggery afoot.
But no, the whole thing is that he'll give you all information. You all give him information, and he's got more money. You understand when I'm saying money? I mean like that's like his like it's not. He's not like real money. It's like current. It's like his like currency. Have you heard that?
I heard
Currency.
cur- Well, I got a visitor. Sorry.
You got a little
Molly.
greyhound. Is that a little greyhound puppy
Yeah,
you got
she's-
right there?
Yeah, she's licking my microphone. All right. Hello, girl.
Tell her it's her bedtime. Ain't it like 1 a.m. there?
Yeah, what you doing up? You should be in bed. No, you can't. No, you can't come up. Get this here dog out of here. I'm trying to do a stream here.
Still character.
She's coming back. Okay, right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to carry her downstairs because she's too scared to go down the stairs.
That's fine.
Got great big long legs, and she's too scared of falling. Right, I'll be right back.
So now you, Mr. Sean Marston, do you understand what currency is?
Mm.
It's kind of like money, kind of like gold. But he uses information like that, so you can't be going and talking to him and giving him more money. Okay?
Mm.
Okay. So you can't be talking to him. That was really fast. That was really fast. Jambalaya.
Well, I just got to get rid of that dog.
So I was just telling your partner here, you can't be giving Slim Bill any more money. And when I say money, I mean information. In or out, he can't be giving you all information. You all can't be giving him information. We are trying to just lock him out of any kind of information. I hope you're all okay with that. I can talk. You can talk to me about Ghost Cowboys all day long. I'm just saying he is under house arrest, locked down. You just can't be talking to him.
Well, never mind. I suppose we've been wasting our time here. You wouldn't have any objection to us taking advantage of the mud bath and the saloon you got in this here town?
Oh, please, go hang out. Spend your real money around town. There ain't really no shops or nothing like that, but there's like, you could like get some food or, yeah, hang out in the mud bath. But, oh, that's gonna be a sight to see for the other grunters, seeing some two non-pig folk hanging out in that mud bath. I might come join you in a little bit.
Oh, well, I suppose that'd be very neighborly. Like, witness my tender young body glistening in the noonday sun. But first, I suppose we go have a look at this here. What is it? The root and tuber?
You got it all in one, yes.
All right. You got any particular recommendations from the menu there?
Oh, it changes daily. You just go and ask for the day special.
All right. Well, I suppose we'll go do that then. Well, pleasure meeting you, Duroc.
You too, was
Jambalaya.
Jambalaya, and
No,
shoot.
not Jambalaya. No. People, I'm sorry to be. I have to be quite firm on that part. It's not Jambalaya. It's Jambalaya.
Jambalaya and Susan.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Come on, Susan. Life ain't easy for a boy named Sue.
So the root and tuber is actually pretty easy to find. This town, like I mentioned, it's not very big. There are two main streets. There's Mud Street and there's Heat Street, and they are perpendicular to each other. They intersect. So the way it is Mud Street is this exactly what it sounds like. It's got these like wooden barricades to stop like most of the heavy flooding, because all the buildings in the Trough are all raised up a little bit.
Okay.
Because there is a what's the word? I had to actually look it up today because I didn't know what it was. It was like an aria.
REO Speedwagon.
Arroyo. Arroyo.
Arroyo.
Yeah,
Arroyo.
and it's like where like it's like a steep embankment where some water can come down and flood pretty easily. So all the buildings are built up a little bit.
Kind of ridiculous place to build a town.
Well, they ain't the smartest. Good
Good access to mud, though, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. And Mud Street it does have bridges going over Mud Street. So if you don't want to get dirty, which everyone wants to get dirty, you can take the bridges across. Heat Street is where there's like this like cracked clay dirt path going across, and they intersect on each other, and then there's bridges going across the mud road. And the root and tuber is right there, smack dab in the center of town, not far from the South Gate. It looks like just again very cowboy-esque saloon. Saloon doors.
Susan?
Sean,
Oh, there you are.
Sean
There you are, Susan. I'm sorry. I thought you'd gone. I was worried. Yeah, you just vanished. You up and disappeared there, Susan.
But yeah, it is right in the smack dab in the middle of town, right across from the South Gate.
Well, we're outside of the Duroc's house. Sean, I don't know whether we should maybe like poke around the outside of this fella's house and see if we can see if he's holding him in there. So I didn't want to pry too much in front of his face because he don't seem too bright, but definitely don't want us to talk to Slim Bill. I wonder if he got him in the basement or they're holding him somewhere else. Might be worth having a look at his house, or we could go ask around at the saloon. What you think?
Let's poke around a little bit.
All right. You gonna stick to the shadows, Sean? I mean, Susan.
Okay, so it sounds like we're going to be making some stealth checks.
Yeah, have a poke around.
The good and I guess the bad part about there only being two of you is to succeed on a group check, we only need one of you to succeed. Bad
Ooh,
thing
'cause I got
is...
disadvantage.
Yeah.
Got a 22.
Wait, you've got disadvantage?
Yeah, because I've got a chainmail poncho.
Why? Ting, ting, ting.
It's a jingly jangly poncho.
I rolled a
I need-
22.
I needed the AC.
Oh, Sean Marcy got 22 though?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 14.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you all are staying right in the shadow of the south gate. The Palisades wall is blocking you all, and there is it's kind of weird because it doesn't really make sense that there's a basement to this place.
I suppose it wouldn't if it was flooded.
Yeah, and it's but there are cellar doors, like those double angled cellar doors, and there are little tiny windows, but really they look more like for like ventilation, because there's no glass in them. It's just like openings where you think that like fresh air can come in and out. So we're gonna go for the cellar door, or we're gonna go into the peek in the window.
Yeah, let's just throw caution to the wind.
Okay. It does have a padlock on it.
I don't know how to pick no locks. I can probably smash it with my hammer, but I imagine that would draw unwanted attention.
Yeah.
Let's check out the windows, boy.
All right. Both of you guys roll a because it's dark down here. So both of you guys roll a perception check. There is no electricity and no electric lights shining in here.
I got a 5.
I got a 9.
It looks really dark down there. You're getting right up into the little tiny like ventilation hole. You don't hear anything though. So if he was down there,
Been Bill?
you don't hear anything. No response.
Well, that was inconclusive. Let's go get a drink and see if we can find somebody who knows something. Because I don't know shit.
Okay, we're heading to the root tuber.
Yeah, I guess so.
Heading into the root tuber, this place is packed. Let me go ahead and change this. Here's a saloon. Let's see what this saloon sounds like. You all in chat, let me know if this sounds good. But this place is popping with these grunters, these hog folk. There is only one person, both waiting tables, running back and forth from the kitchen, serving everybody. She's got a name tag on. It's another hogger, female hogger, named Chessie White. And this place seems... Yeah, this place is like the talk of the town.
It's the only goddamn thing in its town.
The talk of the town that is completely empty besides mud pits. There are 2 spots at the bar that are still open.
That's fine.
Okay, and you guys sit in between other big pig people.
Fellers. What's good?
I'll do. You're gonna want Susan stew.
Susan stew.
Us too,
Are you the Susan?
I mean,
Right.
Like named after like the one that you made the stew? The Susan. Can I get your autograph?
here it is, boy.
He pulls out a piece of paper and a quill. Yeah, quill.
A quill?
Quill, I guess.
Thank you so much for that autograph, Susan. I'm gonna frame this in my mud room, my literal mud room.
Your actual mud room, my God. That is a
Oh,
that
literal
is a high honor.
room of mud.
And Chessie White comes over to you two and says, what do you have?
I beg your pardon?
What do you have?
What do you have? You trying to yodel at me?
I don't.
It's
my Sky Cowboy God-given voice.
Yodelay, yodelay. Well, I guess we'll be taking 2 bowls of Susan stew.
No, the Susan
And,
Sue special. Yes.
Some whiskey.
Oh, some whiskey.
Whoa, whiskey.
Top shelf.
Whiskey. Oh, yeah. Only the best.
One of the best.
And something for yourself, darling. You have some, too.
I've been okay. Don't mind if I do. Just one moment, and she dips back into the back. And she's kind of running some other tables at the moment too. This is a one-woman shop in here, and this place is packed. So it might take a couple minutes to get to you two, as you two are just like sitting at the bar.
Just so long as no robots come in and tell us we got to fight each other.
You have not seen a single robot in this entire town, by the way.
Good. That was an unpleasant experience in a saloon, if I do say so. Not in any particular hurry to relive that moment in my life, which was what, earlier today, yesterday. I don't know. What's the passage of time been like? We still in the same day we started on in the first episode.
So,
Been a long ass day.
shoot.
I guess it'd have to be a new day, right?
Yeah, it's got to be day 2. It's got to be day 2. So much has happened, and so much flesh train has happened. It's got to be day 2.
The overnight flesh train.
Chessie eventually does bring back you 2 steaming hot bowls of stew and 2 tumblers of whiskey.
So, I heard there's been a change of management in the town.
Oh yes. You mean Duroc, of course.
What happened?
Well, Slim Bill. You may have heard of Slim Bill. Was the town master, some may say, of the town. But then Duroc, of course, had more people following him for some reason. He had these stupid ideas that, we needed to lock down the town more, and he had more people behind him, so they locked up poor Slim Bill in his home. And since then, town just kind of went to shite, to be honest.
Town went to shit, you see. So folks ain't too happy about this here Duroc.
It's to be honest, it's a bit of a 50-50, but maybe 60-40. But that 40% is more vocal than the 60. That's to be true.
Where do you fall on this side of the divide? Guess you're not very happy, right?
I'm definitely in that I'm in the 60% that would much rather things be back the way that they were.
What time do you think this will start to quiet down a little bit? I got something I might want to talk to you about a little bit more privately.
I mean, to be honest, this place is packed to this open to close.
Well, when is the close is what I'm asking.
The close is be at 11 o'clock tonight.
11 o'clock. All right, so if me and my partner here, we come back about just after 11. Things start getting quiet. Spare us a few moments to listen to what I got to say.
No, of course, yeah.
No, it's mighty kind of you. Well, I'm just gonna, like, Jambalaya pays up and tips extravagantly for, like...
Yeah, I think you guys have, like, a bit of gold now, don't you?
I gave what's his chops like 51 gold or something for shooting a hole in his roof. But we had like 500 gold each or something.
Yeah, Sean, how much does your character sheet say you've got on yours?
It's probably not right. Let me see.
I know you guys are going to be getting a lot of gold.
Mine says 10. So
We definitely have more than that, and
Yeah.
we've easily got enough to like cover the cost of
Yes.
a simple tavern meal and some whiskey.
Yeah, and that's
terrible
what I
at
was
this.
getting at.
Yeah, I'm not, I
I
didn't keep track of it either.
I
It's
know
my bad.
Rust Gear she paid you guys, right?
She gave us,
No,
yeah, and
she
she
gave
gave
you
us
the
a bunch of
pain.
emeralds. She gave us a bunch of emeralds and an advance
Oh,
as well.
that's true. Yeah, she gave you guys.
So we got like 300 gold's worth of emeralds, plus the payment we were supposed to give to Slim Bill that we said we were going to bilk him out of.
Yeah. Right away, Sean's like, "Oh, we're not giving him that." Or one of you two said it. So yeah, you guys definitely have enough to eat well tonight, tip well tonight, and because, like you mentioned, it has been kind of a lot of stuff has happened. We will say that you guys actually came in. I've been picturing this entire day as kind of like day, right? But we
It's just always high noon.
yeah, but that's what I was thinking, like always high noon. But we'll say that you guys actually got to the trough like in the evening, like 6 o'clock. So after talking to Duroc and after making to the saloon, you guys, we'll say now it's like 8 o'clock at night. So if you guys want to just like
Want to get a quick mud bath? He's here.
Me, boy.
He's here. Might as well.
all right, let's do it. Let's get a quick meal. Head over to Mud Street. So it's like a creek bed, right? With those trenches on either side. Yeah, there's even at this late hour, there's still quite a few grunters that are kind of like bathing in this mud pit. You can tell that it's kind of a mix. Some of them are 100% nude. Some are like just undies. But there's a lot of bacon in this mud pit.
Jambalaya is just going to take off all his kit. Like,
Come on then.
like chainmail poncho jingling off into the side, things tied up in a neat pile.
You know,
Sean
I always
Marston,
say that I love nature.
How's Sean
Nothing more
Marston's-
natural than naked.
How's Sean Marston's look?
His whole getup is one piece, and he just rips it off. It's like tearaway.
Like a tearaway tracksuit.
Party boy.
Right, boy.
So taking a dip in. Let me change the.
I'm free balling too.
So taking a dip into the mud pit, it's a little chilly at first, because this is where the grunters come to take a dip and cool off from a hot day. It's kind of like their like community swimming pool, but way grosser. But can I have you both make a perception check real quick?
All right.
Perception check for the mud pit.
We're checking for the hogs on the hogs. 9.
I got a 4.
Dang it. Okay.
That's terrible.
Jambalaya, you see what you would assume is actually, like, from this angle and from this distance, you think it's Slim Bill's home, because you see about 5 grunters that are standing guard around the house. So,
Oh yeah, they did say he was under house arrest.
Yeah,
Now
so-
that I remember.
so that's all you can see with the 9, is that you think that that's probably his house.
Well, that's something. I'm going to still enjoy my mud bath.
And the moon will rise a bit more, and it will now be 11:05 o'clock.
How long have we been here?
Like 2-3 hours, maybe.
just making small talk with a bunch of naked pig folk.
Yeah, and they're like, they're like conversing with you both. They're friendly enough. They're just regular, run of the mill cowboy pigs. They're also enthusiastic. They're also enthusiastic about all things cowboy-esque and western. So they'll chat with you guys like about hog tying some horses. I don't know what you hog tie. Hogs?
I'm probably
Okay,
trying
they
to
don't
avoid
like
the
hog
subject of
tying.
hog
Don't
tying.
talk to them about
No.
hog tying.
I mean, if you found one of these feathers that was in a hog tie, it'd probably be into some kinky shit. Anyway, right? Okay, so we're going back down there to the saloon,
Okay. I keep forgetting what this thing is called. The root and tuber.
the root and tuber,
Root and tuber. Cool.
root
Yes.
and tuber.
So now when you come back in, it is just a stark difference from earlier. It is completely empty with just Chessie still busting the last tables, cleaning up the last glasses and the last plates and things like that.
Evening, Miss Chessie.
I already forgot this voice. There it is, I think.
I think you were trying to do some kind of Irish thing or something.
Yeah, you mentioned yodeling.
You said shite, so that would kind of led me down that kind of accent path.
So you all wanted my help in reverting the town back to olden days?
Well, we kind of made ourselves something of a specialist in uprisings and so on. We just come from, I can't even remember the name of the town now. But,
West Hollow.
West Hollow, of course. I ain't from around these parts. Everything. We only been here a day. So much has happened. Anyhow, we came from West Hollow. We done fucked up the robot feller that was terrorizing those parts. And there was a ghost cowboy came out of him. And we was told that Slim Bill had information about said ghost cowboy. Now, we've come here and found out he's locked up in his house. Excuse you. We found out he's under house arrest, right? And we talked to this Duroc fella, and he ain't having none of us speaking to him. So, much as I don't like necessarily upturning the apple cart, we have reached what is known as an impasse. So you're saying 60% of this here town don't like Duroc being in charge, right?
That's right, yes.
And you don't like it. You don't like it neither.
Not one bit.
So we sees when we was out at the mud baths there, real nice by the way, very very nice spot in town. I can see why it's so popular. Out there, I saw 4 or 5 fellas guarding Slim Bill's house. You got any idea on how we can maybe lure them fellas away?
Well, I mean, I could hypothetically, I could whip up some Sleepy Susan stew.
Sleepy Susan stew. That sounds promising.
I'm telling you, them there guards, they ain't ever gonna turn down some Susan stew. So if I just add a little something extra to it, I could maybe get them all sleeping for maybe say 1 to 4 hours or so.
Well, that sounds reasonable. I believe we could probably do the deed within that time frame. Excuse me, there's that whiskey.
That was a good one.
It wasn't bad. I'm getting all the bodily functions in this here conversation.
I mean, it really won't even take me all that long to get it, get some whipped up for y'all. So I could, I guess it probably would be more believable if I were to give them the stew myself. They won't know you two.
That's right. If we just couple of complete strangers just walk up out of the blue, we don't, we ain't even grunners like you is, and we just like, hey there, got you some mysterious stew. I don't wager they'll take it.
All right, yeah, I'll whip them up some, and give me about 30 minutes. 30 minutes, you all can go on over to.
Well, I guess we'll try and find a vantage point or something nearby so we can see when they slope off, like, because it must be getting dark now. What?
It is dark. It is. Yes, it is very dark outside.
We can go sneak around and try and find somewhere we can see where you deliver them the sleepy stew.
There are oil lanterns, by the way, like lighting the town, kind of like lamppost, but it's still pretty dim. throughout
Yeah,
the
there
town.
gotta be like alleyways in between buildings and
Yeah.
such. All right.
So she goes into the back room and starts to cook up some Sleepy Susan stew. Where would you guys like to? So you guys know that from his house you could see it from the mud pits, but you were kind of lower because the mud pits are down a little bit. But there were also bridges going to the area where his house was. There were also nearby buildings on the opposite end of the mud pit, the mud road. So wherever you all would like to post up.
Is this like a building nearby with like a flat roof? And maybe try and get up on top of that.
Yeah, all the roofs in here are all flat roofs, which are pretty poorly designed, especially for like a flooding area. Because then if water gets up there, it just stays there forever. You got to go up there with like a mop and sloosh it all down. But
Well, these fellas don't know much about architecture, but then neither do I. So who am I to judge?
we'll have you both roll another stealth check if we're gonna hop up on a roof.
Fuck. Well, I tell you what, I'm gonna leave my chainmail poncho back at the saloon.
Okay.
I got a 14.
I got a unnatural 20.
Okay. Yes. You're both able to climb up this side of this building that is across the mud street, on the other side of the mud street, but a good vantage point. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay, so you guys can see that there are still what you thought were 5 Grunter guards. It's actually 6. Now that you kind of have had an eye on the patrol routes of a Slim Bill's house. But after about 5-10 minutes, you see Chessie White appear from the back of the Root and Tuber and walk on over to the mall. It's got this big fat. It's kind of like Kevin in the office when he's got the big thing of chili, but she does not. But she doesn't drop it, and she places it down and pulls out from her book bag a bunch of bowls. I guess I didn't even think of the logistics of her delivering 6 bowls of chili of stew to these people. I didn't think of that part. So she's got a book bag full of bowls that she pulls out, and she's they all are like lining up. They have now left the back of the house. They have lined up, and she is now dishing them all out a bowl of this stew that you all had earlier. It was the best dang stew you've ever had in your life, and you guys are cowboys.
It's because I made it, boy.
Susan's stew.
It's because it's named after.
We got the Susan.
You guys know good stew when you know it. And this was fantastic stew. So these grunters are lining up. They all go back to their posts. As soon as they get a bowl, they go back to their posts and start eating it. You see Chessie head back into the Root and Tuber. And no more than 5 minutes pass by. And you start to just one by one see those grunters just hit the ground. Slump down. Sleeping, snoring. You can hear the snoring from where you are. From
Hello?
this rooftop.
That sounded like a pig fainting. If you get that reference, put it down in the chat there.
I did
All
not.
right. It's time. Well, I ain't going to spoil it just in case somebody does get it. All right. Well, it looks like it's time to go in. So I'm going to jump off the roof now. Rip!
Okay, make me an athletics check or an acrobatics check, one of the two.
I'm gonna do a backflip off the roof too.
Okay, backflip is definitely going to be acrobatics.
14.
Okay, you're good.
22.
Okay, you guys are both good with your fucking flips.
Wow. That was real something. That was like that. What do they call it? That parkour. I knew a fella tried that once.
Broke his hip.
Dumbass broke his leg clean in half.
Are we going to Slim Bale's house?
He's like, fuck you.
Yeah, I suppose so. That real dumbass. I can't believe you're jumping off the roof.
How do you guys want to go into the house? I mean, there's the front door, obviously.
I guess we'll try the back. It'll probably be like less obtrusive, right?
Okay, yeah, there's a front, back door.
Wait,
front
I mean,
door.
are these pig dudes just like lying about in the street?
Yes, they're lying all scattered around.
Let's drag them like out of sight and then go around the back and do that. Just leave a bunch of unconscious guards lying outside the front. You know what? I don't think nobody will think twice about that. Let's just leave these unconscious guys just lying there.
What do we put them in the mud
yeah,
pits?
What was that?
The mud pits?
That's right. They just got drunk and went for a bath.
Okay, so you guys haul them all over. They are all very heavy. But between the two of you, we'll say
I'm pretty strong.
Yeah, we'll say 10 minutes go by with you guys dragging them all over and just drop them down in the mud pits. Because she did say 1 to 4 hours.
Fine. We got it, 50 minutes.
Yeah.
That should be okay.
So after you drag them all, we'll say that 10 minutes has passed. Going in the back door, it is unlocked, probably because, they wouldn't allow him to lock it from this inside.
Suckers.
Inside, you see another one of those grunters, but this one is well dressed. He's wearing like a 3-piece suit without the jacket itself. He is smoking on a pipe, and as soon as you all walk in his back door, he just looks at you and says, "Well, now it doesn't look like you all were part of the Trough. What are you all doing here? Are you come for information?"
Well, I assume by the cut of your jib and the fact that we're in his house that you are, in fact, Slim Bill. Am I
That's
mistaken
mighty
in that?
astute of you.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. My name is Jambalaya No, it ain't Jambalaya. Jambalaya Pendergrass. Not Jambalaya. Jambalaya. That's right.
Pendergrass. Okay.
Yeah, something like that. Anyhow, this is Susan Marston, my friend and companion.
The Susan.
That's right, boy.
Susan
The very same. The Susan. The very same Susan. Known throughout all the lands.
A legend.
Legend in her own kitchen.
Well, it is an honor to meet you, Susan. How can I help? How can I help you, Susan?
Well, Susan, I'll let you take the lead on this one. I'm just your handsome male escort. By the way, I'm not wearing. Jambalaya doesn't wear a shirt, so he's without his chainmail poncho. He's just bare chested.
Oh yeah, you left your poncho behind.
Yeah, just bare chested, covered in mud still.
We need some information, boy.
Everybody comes to me for information. How can I help you specifically? What kind of information are you all searching for?
Why? You're gonna have to help.
Come on, Susan. You remember?
I do not.
Let me fill in the blanks for Susan. She's having a bad time with her memory today. So Susan and I, we just came from West Saddler, where we evicted the erstwhile evil employer of that town, Quick Clank McCrank. We vanquished him in honorable combat involving firearms and mechanical spiders. And when he collapsed, like a kind of sinister, ghostly looking feller cowboy dude came out of his body, said something ominous, and then floated away. We talked to Ma Ruskier, Bellis Ruskier. You know her?
Oh, I know it. I know a little bit about everybody.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Well, anyhow, she
I know
said
about
that
you
you
too.
might. You do?
I know a little bit about you too.
How'd you hear about us?
Oh, Jambalaya Pendergrass and Susan. Susan.
Well, I understand how you heard about Susan, but I mainly live myself in the wilds.
Yeah,
You
but
been
I've
talking
heard,
to them
but
gators?
Word travels fast, and I have heard about your all's.
You've been talking to them pan skaters, right?
I let's just say, even under house arrest, I still have my sources. So I have heard of the liberation of West Hollow from Quicklink McCrank. And I know that Duroc thinks that I am locked out of all of my sources. But let's just say I've got a little birdie that told me all about what's happening outside.
He seems like kind of an idiot. I'm surprised that you have allowed yourself to be put under house arrest.
It is just that somehow all the idiots continue to collaborate together, and he has the muscle on his side. But it's not for long, let's be honest.
Well, look, I understand that you are a business hog, and you don't have to, you don't exchange information for free. Right?
That's right.
Let's not pretend that either of us are working for charitable organizations here. I can't even speak no more. It's this goddamn stew. Susan, you did an excellent job on this stew, by the way. So what I'm suggesting is, you tell us what you know about this here ghost cowboy, and in exchange we'll even the odds in your favor in the town. How's that?
Well, how about this? How about we say, I know for a fact that Mrs. Rustgear, since you have her payment, how about this?
Bitch.
We will be just collect the payment. That is fine. But in addition to that, I also know that you've got a handy, I believe it is called MS Paint.
Ain't for sale.
Oh,
I don't know what kind of leverage you're looking at here, sir.
No. We're not talking about that. We're talking about you just pop me into the MS Paint, ride me on out of town.
Hell yeah, we can do that. That's fine.
And then as
But
soon as
what
we're
I'm gonna
outside of
say-
city, as soon as we're outside of city limits, I'll just, I'll give the information, and we'll be dandy.
Now look, I didn't come down with the last rain. I ain't no greenhorn. The rules of this here, whatever arrangement you think you had with Ma Rustgear, she ain't here. We is. Right? And it seems to me you ain't got no leverage. You want to get out of here. You don't want to be starved of information, locked up inside your house until Duroc decides he wants to just straight up kill you. Come on now. We'll get you out of here. We'll set you up somewhere nice in West Hatter, maybe. You give us the information there. We'll keep you safe. We'll make sure you're all right. You don't need them emeralds. Come on now.
Well, I mean, that all sounds like exactly what my proposition was. You just
Yeah, it's good. So we keep the money.
no. Oh no. I still want my emeralds, but also to get out. How about this? How about this? You keep one more. You keep one more of the emeralds. That's
I ain't got
200
no-
gold.
Look, I understand you's a businessman. What you got to understand is I ain't a particularly nice man. I don't have no personal stake in this. I don't care one way or the other if West Tyler is haunted by some kind of spectral ghost cowboy, but I'm being paid. And I intend to get paid even more. So, either you can stay here and rot, or we can bust you out and you tell us what we want. Either way, I'm keeping these emeralds.
Jambalaya, roll me a persuasion check.
With advantage.
You ain't got no leverage, hog boy. It's a 7.
But listen, the thing is, like, I'm not starved for information like Duroc would like you to assume. I have got Winnie and Trot, and they have got their own ways of feeding me information. I have known that you all were...
What was those names again? Winnie and Trot.
Winnie and Trot, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Duroc would be mighty interested in hearing that information.
I'm telling you right now that Duroc will not... there ain't no way that pig will ever find out how I'm getting my information feeded. So it's kind of a small game at the moment. It is. I'm doing okay here, not perfectly, but I'm doing okay. I knew that you all were coming to town, right? I knew about you two. Susan, you were a little bit of a surprise. I thought that there was someone named Sean Marson coming with Jambalaya, but the one and only Susan.
I guess your sources ain't what they supposed to be. Then
it's still pretty good. It's still pretty good. I still knew that you all liberated the town of West Hollow, and that happened about, I guess, 6 hours ago. No, it happened yesterday. We have established.
I mean, that news does travel fast, I suppose.
That's right, especially when they're coming from Kinku's.
All right. Well, okay. So I can see I didn't get, I'm not convincing you very well. How much was the agreed upon payment?
So the agreed upon payment was I was going to get 3 of these emeralds that are worth 200 gold each, and I was going to get 600 gold. I will let you all keep one of those emeralds for 2. I'm giving you all 200 gold pretty much to smuggle me out of town.
2 emeralds and some jelly.
Yeah, you got anything to eat?
Sean Marston, roll a persuasion check. It's a jelly.
A 3.
Okay, how about this? How about the 1 emerald still, but with some jelly?
I do like a selection of fine preserves.
I got jam and jellies.
Only if it's from Cracker Barrel.
That's all. That's the only place I go to get my jellies.
All right, you got yourself a deal.
Extra hand. All right. So look, here's the deal. I've got a garage. We can pop up the MS Paint. I know how it works. I know everything about it.
What the hell is a garage?
It's like a addition to my house that is for just carriages. They stole my carriage, but we could pop out the MS Paint. I'll get in, and you all just drive on out of town.
Yeah, well, the guard's already asleep, and I believe we didn't put them face down in the mud.
Yeah, I was thinking of that.
It's pretty dark. I don't know. Maybe they just rolled over and died. But we got, how long we been in here? What, 20 minutes?
Yeah, about 20 minutes, yeah.
Well, fair enough. We got probably like half hour at least before they wake up. So, yeah, go on then. Let's get the fuck out of here.
All right. He says, and don't you worry about getting busted at the gate. I've got the perfect disguise. And he puts on a fake beard and a pair of like fake glasses that don't have any lenses in them.
How convinced am I?
You two aren't very convinced, but you think, you think that maybe Duroc would be convinced at least.
All right. Well, we gotta swing by. I gotta swing by the saloon and pick up my poncho.
Thank you for remembering that. I was thinking about that also. Okay. Swinging by, you are able to pick up your poncho, and Chrissy gives you all 2 big thumbs up.
Don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. Thank you for your help, ma'am.
She nods because I don't remember her voice. She gives you
It's
another
a load
2
of shite. Go on, get yourselves out of here. You fine figures of men. Go and rescue the town.
Heading towards the...
Let me just fill in the blanks for you there, Mr. DM.
That was pretty good.
Heading towards the south gate, you again are held up. Two pigs come and get right next to you and Sean Marston, Jambalaya and Sean Marston. Two of them are trying to figure out the MS Paint, and now it's actually the same ones that were on watch earlier, which means that they've probably been up for quite a long time. But they do know now how to get into the MS Paint. And one of the guards that goes into the MS Paint, you see him leave and then go into Durok's house and pounds on the door first. Durok opens the door and you see him whisper something to Durok. And Durok starts to walk over to the MS Paint and he pokes his head inside.
Howdy.
He ignores you.
I said howdy.
Howdy, boy.
That's mighty rude.
Durok steps back and he looks at the guard that brought him out and he says,
Let him go, you moron. That ain't Slim Bill. Slim Bill don't wear no glasses and he ain't got no beard. How would
Exactly.
he even grow one that fast? Gee on.
Exactly.
he
Yo, TikTok.
jerks his head towards you two and says,
Get on out of here.
Much obliged, Durok. You have yourself a nice evening.
Here's some jelly.
and you all leave the trough. And you all have, a 10-minute nice and peaceful nighttime full moon, which is like super bright, illuminating this entire area, and it looks gorgeous on this path. You see in the distance a couple different of those just some stone pillars and archways off in the distance. But then you hear this sharp crack of a lead spitter bullet that goes whizzing by you all. Durok and his gang are bearing down on you all. And they are in this hog-drawn wagon.
Of course they are.
And
Why would he let us go and then attack us?
Yeah.
he, the thing is, you hear...
He ain't too bright.
You hear from a megaphone.
Hey y'all! I just found out about fake beards. I know that's Slim Bill there.
I think we'll end it right there, though.
How did he find out about fake beards so quickly?
Probably from the guard that came and tried to wake him up in the middle of the night.
From the same wire that Slim Bill found out about us.
I heard about that jambalaya pendergrass. And do you hear about this new invention called fake beards?
So we're gonna be ending it with a wagon chase, which I'm really, really, really excited for next. I don't know if I explained it enough. I will just say that there are going to be how many wagons are there?
I'm just gonna throw out some beef jerky.
There are 2 covered wagons.
To load the
Total.
bullet back. That would be sick.
So I am like beyond excited to get to the next episode already. We're 2 weeks away. By the way, did the
It's the thing about this
megaphone-
show, man. It just goes. It goes so
Yeah.
quickly, and then you have to
Goes
wait 2 weeks for
so
another
works.
one. Yeah, it did. Yeah.
If we weren't late today, we would have had time for this combat, which I'm very excited for. But did
That's okay.
the megaphone sound work?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if
Works
it
on
was
the call
working
at
or
least.
not.
Yeah.
So, Jerome, you got anything you want to talk about before we end it?
Yeah. So I'm Gerundu. You can find me at Gerundu. That's GIRUNDUU on Twitter. You can also find me on the One Shot Onslaught, Majestic Goose, Halfway to Heroes, Roll for Weird, Dice Talk, Discord. So I don't know. Pick it up out of the chat. I'm sure Adam's posted a link already in there. I play Silas Lancaster in Roll for Weird. Obviously, I play Y'all be like paying the grass and this here thing. You'll see me in a couple of weeks. And I play Gerundu, the feller from England in Dice Talk.
Talk about the new project.
Oh, and this is
Sean's
new
really
thing.
excited for this, by the way,
I'm
Gerundu.
pumped for that. It sounds
So,
really cool.
okay, so the reason we were late today, everybody, is we went to mine and Sean's niece's birthday party, and then we were like, oh yeah, we're gonna leave early, we're gonna get there on time, and we did, and we would have. We got almost home, and then my wife texted me and said, hey, you've got my keys. I cannot drive my car home. So we had to turn around, go all the way back, and then go back again. And that's why we were late for this stream. But
It's also why I'm very sweaty.
yes, but
Not
while
why
we were
I'm
gone,
sweaty, but just coincidence.
while we were gone, me and Sean were talking, and Sean found, I was telling Sean about NBA, and whoa, he's excited, and so am I.
Yeah, so NBA is
It's genius.
the Motorist
Very
Bloodsport
smart.
Association. And it's following a similar framework to Dungeons and Dreamers. If any of the audience watched that previously, I think some of them were in it. I think Sullivan's in the chat. But in any case, it's going to follow a similar kind of format, except it's a sports show. So each week we're going to have guests playing competitors. Maybe we'll have guests running encounters. But each week the players will face off against a particularly difficult encounter, and we'll have interviews with them after it's done. And it's sort of going to be formatted like sports TV. So fingers crossed it'll all come together. But I'm really pleased with the reception that just like the basic ideas got from people. So
The basic
hopefully we can live
idea-
up to it.
The basic idea has been getting just absolutely bonkers reception. We've got our logo for it. The only thing we're still working on is getting the layout we want to use for it. We're gonna try to. We know that combat sometimes in actual play podcasts and streams can kind of get. It can kind of get a little boring sometimes and drag on a little bit. We're gonna try to make this a focus of crunchy combat, where the DM is actually also a commentator on the arena blood sport.
It's gonna be so good.
So we're gonna try to make that combat very fun and entertaining.
Yeah, it's not just going to be now roll attack or whatever it is, but be something like and the giant wasp makes a 50-yard dash across the arena.
Yeah. it's
How
gonna be
will
good,
our
dude.
adventurers react to this?
Yes, and so we're just working. Really, the last piece we need is the layout, and after we get the layout done, we will be starting that. I would say probably like for sure at least in October, right, Gerundu?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're just
Because
gonna iron out a few details.
Yeah,
but,
I'm out all next
yeah.
week on vacation. But other than that, we'll definitely be able to get it up and running by October.
I'm not sure how we're going to cast for this either.
I was thinking kind of like some kind of like either patrons or random cast or all like rotating cast, because it's like
Yeah.
something that we could get. We can get a lot of people
doesn't-
that
Oh, and this is the thing. It doesn't have to be the same people every week, even.
exactly, and like and not even
Nice.
not even like the same amount of people. Like right, it doesn't
Yeah,
have to be
just-
like 5
it's a-
people versus dragon.
It's
could
going to be a
like 2
self-contained,
Yeah.
self-contained encounter every week,
Yeah,
and
it
then
could
we're
be a
going to have
pair.
the role play elements will follow it. We'll have
Yeah,
like
it could be
interviews and like
PvP.
backstage bits, and yeah.
Yeah, and we're gonna do post game if they survive interviews. Obviously, if they die, they don't get a post game interview because they'll be dead. And I do
I
expect
think
a lot
maybe
of
they
deaths.
should. I think dead characters should still get a
Maybe they get
D&D, man.
resurrected.
It's fantasy. No, we just talk to their ghosts.
Yeah, we're still working out a couple of the details, but I am so excited for that.
That'll
and that will
work.
be on
It's
this
fucking
channel.
fantasy, man. The rules are whatever we say they are.
Yeah, exactly.
true.
So yeah, I'm very excited for that.
You have to kill every character that tries to enter this.
yeah.
Every week, a guaranteed TPK on the Motorist Bloodsport
Exactly.
Association.
I mean, I've even been thinking like playing it like Dark Souls-esque, where it's like very difficult, but then like if they win, they feel very satisfied, and maybe like sending stickers to anybody who survives, or
I wouldn't, I wouldn't run encounters like that for like a full-time campaign. But the fun out of the show is, it's a one-shot essentially.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
I think it will, as long as everybody knows that going in, that it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
And
if they do win, they'll get. I want to try to give them something.
yeah,
if they win.
And even if their character dies, we'll still have post-match interviews with them and
Yeah,
stuff,
with their ghost.
So they can have roleplay moments and shit.
But they've got
yeah.
to talk like a ghost. Oh.
What level is this going to be? Like the
Probably
character?
varying. We'll probably like every, whenever, like if me and Drunder are like, hey, we should fight a blue dragon this week, we'd probably want to scale them up, to
Yeah.
maybe like one level lower than what they should be to fight a blue dragon. I don't know.
We'll see. I
Yeah,
think
we'll
we could
see.
have we could have power-ups and things like that.
Is it gonna be
like
items you
duos?
can obtain in games.
We could do duos. We could do teams of
I know,
like
there's so many-
four.
Just we can just do it.
So much
do a
stuff.
different thing every week. Yeah, different
Yeah.
encounter every week.
And
It
that's
doesn't
what
have to
I'm
be a
so
combat
excited
encounter
about.
even.
Yeah.
You should have Zarbanon do it so you can kill Zarbanon.
That'd be fun. I bet he would like it too.
Giving away all our maidenly secrets. Someone's going to steal that idea and get it to press.
Dang it,
before
they're gonna
us.
get it going before us.
Well,
No, we
if
got
you
that.
do,
We got that
there'll be a
sick ass
fucking-
logo though.
Well, hey, this is out there.
Yeah,
It's
this
already out there.
this is live. This has gone live, you fuckers. Like, leave my idea babies alone.
So yeah, we're
think of your
very
own
excited
sick
for that.
ideas.
And that's going to be on this Twitch channel, so if you're not yet, for some reason, follow this. I am sorry that we didn't get a Nat 20
loser.
tonight, so we didn't get to give away stickers.
You should anyways. For whoever's here. It's up to you.
Do we have a night planned? A night? Maybe Mondays, maybe
I
where
think it was-
Dungeons and Dreamers was?
Yeah, I think
Oh.
we were going to put it in that slot.
Yeah, maybe Mondays 5 to 7 Eastern. So it's not too late for Gerundu. I think right now what we're planning on is me and Gerundu being like the commentators and
The
alternating,
broadcast team, yeah.
but alternating like who's like the DM of the night and then who's like the commentator, just like along for the ride of the night. That way we just have to. There's not gonna be a lot of prep for this because it's really just gonna be like, what do I want them to fight?
Yeah, it's an encounter. It's going to be one encounter played out over about an hour.
Yeah. So again, we talked about this for a really long time. Yes,
Yeah.
we are very, very
It's
excited.
an exciting
for this.
project though, and
It's
people
very
like it.
exciting.
People like the sound of it, so
Join our Discord to find the logo, or follow us on Goose Majestic at Twitter to see the logo. I think those are the two places we posted it. And yeah, I've got to get to a Gullible Gazette recording. So thank you all so much for watching, and we will talk to you all in 2 weeks. Bye, everybody.
see you on down the trail, partners.